Hey guys, I'm Torrin. Thanks for coming to my channel. Today I'm setting up the month of May in my bullet journal, and as voted by you guys in my last month's bullet journal video, the theme for today is, the winning one is M for Morocco. So everything's going to be Moroccan inspired with beautiful patterns and colors and textures. It was really fun to do, and don't forget to vote on next month's theme. So next month is obviously June, so we need a J for wherever, you tell me. Let me know in the comments below or answer the poll that I'll put on screen now as well. Comment if you want to say hi or want to give me any feedback, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more. Let's get on with it. So we'll start off with a flick through of my April setup, which is the Australia theme. I really enjoy doing this setup because it is my home country. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description box below. But I was really happy with the cover page and a few of the spreads in it. My particular favorite was the combi van one. And also I had the homeschool setup in here as well, which I'll also link below if you guys are still planning on homeschooling your kids from home. And so now we're starting a new fresh month of May, and the lucky theme is Morocco. So first up is the cover page, and the cover page this month I wanted to do in watercolor because as soon as I thought of Morocco, I thought of the brilliant, beautiful colored architecture. And there's this image that keeps recurring on Google if you search Morocco, and it's this beautiful stairwell with all these colored plant pots up the stairwell, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. So I had to paint it. And I thought I'd add a girl in there as if like it's a mysterious laneway that she's moving up and finding all these hidden treasures and things like that. So that's why I've added a girl in there, and I decided to do it in watercolor to keep it vibrant but not too in your face. I didn't want to use marker because I think it might have overpowered the image and not given that mysterious vibe that I was going for. So I've started with watercolor on a separate piece of paper, and then that I will cut out and stick into my bullet journal, which I'll show you how to do in just a second. So as you can see, I'm doing this painting within a circle, which comes from my idea that every month in this year's bullet journal, I'm doing the painting or the artwork within a shape, or trying to utilize a shape within the design. So this month I've done circles, which really works with the patterns of Morocco, because I love the patterns they use throughout their textiles and their ceramics. So I tried to use that kind of element as my cover page. So you can see me here mapping out the circular shape with lots of patterns on the outside, using a beautiful gold pen to give that real vibe from Morocco, the gold, and ooh, lovely. It was really nice doing this pattern on this cover page because it kind of reminded me of mandala making, which I love to do. I find it very therapeutic, and that's what this pattern here reminds me of. And by using the gold and the black, kept it really rich, but sort of brought your eye to the colourful picture on the middle once I stick it in, of course. So now it's time to place that into the center. So I just drew a line down the middle, sliced it up and stuck it in, and I just made sure to leave a few mils on either side of the spine so that I can still fold it over easily enough in the book. I love doing Dutch door cover pages as well, so that's why I've cut around the edge of this shape here, which was a really interesting one to cut around. But it was definitely worth the effort because I think the impact that it gave is really cool. And like I've said before, these Dutch doors are awesome because they're kind of like a bookmark. The page just naturally opens to the month that you're looking for. So that's really good to divide up your months. This next page is my calendar spread, which I've kept very minimal and just used the black and the gold from the cover page just to continue it through without over impacting it. Now this page is something that I've only been adding into my bullet journal since last month. Actually, was it last month? It might have been the one before, but it's really helped me to cut down on any unnecessary shopping, basically. You've got a wants page and a needs page, and I write down obviously things that I would love to buy on the wants page and the things that I really need to buy on the other page. It's a good way of trying to keep that minimalist mind at the forefront. And I've basically decorated this one in all of the beautiful items that you probably would want if you were in Morocco. At the top I started with some bright coloured jewels, and there's a lot of beads and very bright colours. I tried to keep to a minimal selection of colours though, because I didn't want to overcrowd the page with too much color. So I've just chosen blue hues and a bright orange and a little bit of yellow, and then the gold pen to throw in that accent of metallicness to it. I've also drawn in some shoes because they have heaps of bright shoes there, all covered in jewels and intricate patterns. And then I also added the famous Moroccan poufs, which I have these exact two in my lounge room as we speak. It's what I drew these from. Now this next spread is the meal planner spread, which I use to plan out the month meals. I know not everyone could do this because they probably need more of a weekly kind of spread, but we're very basic with our meals here, just like to keep it simple for the shopping list and things like that. So this month I decided just to do lunch and dinner because I very rarely mix up the breakfast. It's always omelette or porridge or muesli. They're the choices here in my house. So yeah, I've just done lunch and dinner columns, a snacks column, and then a recipes column. And in the recipes, I plan on writing little recipes that I'll be making for the kids, snacks or just healthy baking treats, things like that I want to do in that month. So on the meal planner page, I always like to do a food-based item. So I've done the Moroccan tagine, which is this ceramic pot that they use to cook tagines in. I think it's like a stew sort of casserole thing. And then these spices that they would use all through their cooking. And I've seen these kind of images, the way they display them in these pyramids. I thought it was awesome. So I tried to capture that here. And I've stuck to just a range of like yellowy orange tones so that we're not adding too much color onto that page. This next spread is called the mind map. So this is the page where I use basically to clear out my thoughts onto the page. Anywhere that doesn't have a specific spot and I need to write it down, I throw it on the mind map page. Now in my previous months, I haven't actually been filling up the entire spread, so I thought I would just use one page this month and use one page to freely draw something fun. And I chose this gorgeous image of a woman wearing a headscarf, and all that you can see is the eyes and the henna on her hands, which I was really intrigued by. So I've drawn this and I've done the eye and the hand realistic as I could, using Prismacolor pencils, and then used marker and fine liner to fill in the headscarf itself rather than drawing that in fully realistic as well. Made it a lot funner, and I think it was really quite impactful. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think I should have done it realistic? Let's see. Now for my Goodliness spread. This is basically my habit trackers, my good habit trackers. I have water, health, working out, walking, reading, watering the plants, things like that on there that I like to keep track of, the core things that I like to keep track of and try and remember to do, because it is so darn hard to get all these done every day. Actually, I've yet to fill in one that's done every day, but I have gotten a lot better since doing these trackings, so I really recommend them. To decorate this page, I use a lot of the lanterns that you find throughout Morocco, beautiful patterns and colors and things like that. I did keep this spread pretty minimal in the color though. I just wanted to use the black and the gold, which I think worked out really nice, and it looks very Moroccan when you look at it, which is what I was going for. And now on to my first weekly spread of the month of May. It's a very short spread because it's only the first 3 days of May, because I'm going to do the full week from Monday to Sunday on the next weekly spread that I set up, which will be in a later video in about 2 weeks' time. I'll be uploading that one. If you do want to be updated on when I upload my videos, feel free to click the notification bell once you've subscribed, and then that'll tell you when I've uploaded a new video. So for the imagery on this page, I chose to keep it simple and chose to do a silhouette of camels walking across the desert. I did it in black and gold pen, which I think turned out really elegant and picturesque. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you prefer the colourful, busy pages, or do you prefer them simple and just black and gold? And now I'll just quickly flick back through the pages to show you one final time what the month of May looks like in my journal. I'm really happy with how this month turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe for more of my content. I'll be making more bullet journal videos in the future. I'm really loving them, having them part of my life, and I'd love to share it with people who agree or try and offer the benefits to people who aren't yet experienced in them. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next week. See you later.